Hi, it's Paul Slakis, Good News Broadcast, speaking to Elizabeth Battaglino. Cahill. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, good. You're the Vice President of the National Women's Health Resource Center.
I am.
Independent nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering women to make informed decisions about their health by providing objective, trustworthy information, and we've done many interviews with you because you exactly do that. You have tons of very good information. You have a great website. We're going to link over to what's going on down there.com, but you already have, what's your regular website? It's called
healthywomen.org.
Okay, and then we also have Corinne Asturias, Senior Director and Consumer Strategist at Iconoculture Incorporated, and they have, what's your website, Corinne?
It's iconoculture.com, and
Okay.
we identify and track consumer trends.
Okay.
Across demographics and categories, and I specialize in the baby boomer generation, which is a lot of the women we're talking about here today.
Okay, and that baby boomer is considered from what year to what year?
They're people who were born after World War II, 1946 to 1964.
Okay.
78 million of them, about half of those women.
That's a lot of women here. Landmark study on women's health conditions highlights significance for baby boomers, the largest generation to ever confront these conditions. Okay, conditions. What kind of conditions are we talking about?
We're looking at pelvic health disorders. We know that 1 in every 3 women will be diagnosed with 1 or more pelvic health disorders. Those disorders include stress urinary incontinence, fibroids, heavy bleeding, and pelvic organ prolapse.
Okay, each one of them doesn't sound great.
It doesn't sound great, and what we found in the study is that women do not know about them, they're not asking their doctors about them, they're not talking amongst themselves about them, that they're embarrassed. So they're keeping these symptoms, the signs and symptoms of the problems that they're experiencing to themselves. We need to encourage women to begin talking about it. We're here to educate women about pelvic health disorders, and on our website, what'sgoingondownthere.com, women can find out more information. We're providing them the tools that they will help educate them on this important healthcare condition.
So I'm at the website right now. We'll link on over directly to it. Introduction, learn more about your pelvic health. Do you have pelvic health concern, pelvic health through and ages of stages of a woman's life, so on, a lot of different stories. So what would you say right now, if somebody heard this, what would be some indication that they had a problem?
Well, let's take stress urinary incontinence, for example. If a lot of women think that this is part of, having a baby. So I've had 1 or 2 babies, and when I laugh and sneeze, or even when I bend down to pick up my baby, I might leak a little bit of urine. But that's normal, and it's just kind of part of aging, and it's because I've had a few kids, and, I just need to learn to live with it. No, you do not need to learn to live with it. There are treatment options available, and we're here to let you know that this is not normal, and you need to talk to your doctor about it. We also know that baby boomer women, those women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, are going to be hit kind of the hardest with pelvic health disorders, which is why Corinne is here today.
Uh-huh.
And, baby boomer women, you've got to remember, are, they're growing older, but, not in their minds, right?
Mm-hmm.
They, baby boomers have sort of reinvented everything they've touched as they've gone through life. And I think, midlife and beyond is no different. And certainly women today, you have to imagine they're going to see things like Menopause the Musical. This is not their mother's generation. And, they have some of the same issues to confront, but certainly they're taking a very different outlook about this stage of life as a stage for, doing stuff, being empowered. And they need good health. They can't be taking along all this pain and suffering. It's just not going to do if they have all these plans.
Now, you said that sometimes women are a little embarrassed to discuss this?
They are embarrassed to talk about it. They're not talking about leaking urine. They're not talking about their heavy bleeding. They're not talking about the pain that they experience during intercourse. They think that it's just normal, that it's probably because they had, a vaginal delivery, and this is just part of aging. Well, you know what? It's not part of aging. It's not normal. There are new treatment options available, but women need to educate themselves first. We need to start talking about it. We need to begin a dialogue with our doctor and let them know so they can properly diagnose and treat the problem.
Is it at least once a year it makes sense to go see a gynecologist?
We encourage women to visit their gynecologist once a year for their annual exam. We know that there's new treatment options. For instance, let's look at hysterectomy. Over 600,000 women receive a hysterectomy annually in the United States. That number has not changed in 25 years. Okay, there's something wrong with that. We've seen a dramatic change in treating breast cancer. You know, before, if our mother or grandmother was diagnosed 10 or 20 years ago, the standard procedure was a mastectomy. Well, that, you know that's not the standard option today. There's so many new treatment options available for treating breast cancer. The same thing goes with pelvic health. There's new treatment options available. We need to start talking about it, and more importantly, we need to start talking to our doctor.
Let's use hysterectomy for a second. I recollect doing some interviews about the fact that not every woman doesn't need this hysterectomy.
Right, not every woman needs a hysterectomy, but there's new techniques available that can help preserve part of your uterus. And women need to know about that. If your doctor comes in and says, well, you need a total abdominal hysterectomy, what we're trying to do is educate women about, you know what, there's new treatment options, and you need to ask your doctor about those new treatment options.
Baby boomers are really big fans of treatments that are less invasive. You know, they're kind of like, well, okay, how about if we just solve the problem, but you don't take a huge part of me out? I'd like to keep my parts.
Hey, and I want to get back to work within a few days versus 6 weeks, which a total abdominal hysterectomy, the recovery time is 6 weeks minimum.
Yeah. What are some other treatments and some of the concerns that we're talking about?
Well, you can have, people that are having heavier periods and they're younger. They have a treatment option available other than a hysterectomy. A lot of abdominal hysterectomies, and what our study found, were used for treating fibroids and heavy bleeding. Well, for heavy bleeding, there's a new procedure called an endometrial ablation, which can be done, and a woman can be back to doing her normal activities within days. Again, a far cry from a total abdominal hysterectomy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell us a little bit more about your organization, the health.
The National Women's Health
Yes.
Resource Center is the leading not-for-profit women's health organization. We're a clearinghouse for women's health information. Women can call us or log onto our website for free information on any women's health topic. We're here today to launch the Pelvic Health Campaign, what's going on down there, to educate women about new treatment options in pelvic health and to raise awareness about pelvic health conditions. These are not conditions that need to be suffered in silence. These are not conditions that are part of aging. There are treatment options, and we can get you back to living a normal, healthy lifestyle.
Sounds like a lot of good news to me. All right, Elizabeth, thank you very much, and Corinne, for sharing a lot of good content and important information once again with us. And we're always, very happy to have the chance to speak with you and share the hard work that you all do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.